The FBI has worked all through the night to track the assassin of Charlie Kirk at Utah, the university here in Utah. They have been able to track him. I have some updates. Alex Jones, Steven Crowder have updates from ATF about who this person might be. I'm going to go through all of the information that I have as of right now, and then I'll be on later again. I just want to say, if you guys are hurting, I am hurting too. But the best thing we can do for Charlie Kirk right now is to find this assassin and bring this person to justice. I want to start off by just showing you a post from the New York Post. What we have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable disagreement where violence is not an option. This is the front cover of the New York Post honoring Charlie Kirk. He was one of the few people who was willing to debate anybody. He went on to college campuses. He went to England. He went all around the world trying to help spread the truth as he saw it. And he was open to other people. Now, I have updates on where we're at with finding the assassin and who this person might be. I did also want to show you guys. I just want to say thank you. My account over on Twitter was frozen. Their AI, or maybe somebody on the left, kept flagging my account over and over again, saying that I was spreading misinformation and violence because I wrote, Charlie Kirk has reportedly been shot in the neck at Utah Valley University. The footage is absolutely horrific. His current condition is unclear. Please keep him in your prayers. Alleged suspect has been detained. So I got flagged for talking about this. I got community noted saying that Charlie Kirk was not dead, that was a rumor, and that I was spreading false information. It turned out everything I shared with my community was absolutely true. So right now we are in the fog of war, trying to get to the bottom of what is really going on. Now, the FBI, they worked all through the night. They've been tracking video footage. They followed him up. So anyway, I'm just going to let the person explain this to us because really, really good information.
It's an individual within this country. Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock. All day yesterday, through the night last night, investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others. Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this. I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting at 11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads.
Okay, so just for the timeline and the location, so this person waited until everybody was there. All the Charlie Kirk excitement was starting to settle down. They were throwing out the hats while everyone was distracted. This is when they pick up this person of interest and they see them in their dark clothing heading up the stairwell towards a building, getting up onto the building. We then have the video that I shared with you yesterday where someone says, why is there somebody in black laying there on that building? And then there's the shot. Then they pick back up on the video of this person jumping off the building and running into a neighborhood. They now believe they have the gun, which I'll tell you more about that. But all of this is happening about 150 yards back, right with a bead, right on Charlie Kirk.
We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe and moves this process appropriately.
Okay, in a separate press conference from this one, they believe that they have a clear picture of the boy's face. They believe that he's in his 20s, probably college age, but they're not releasing that because they don't want to subject the wrong person to the horror of the American public. Also, they need a crystal clear case, an airtight case to bring against this person. But they're saying if we can't identify this person with FBI technology, we will release it to the American public.
Last night, I communicated with Erica. The family's devastated. As a commissioner of public safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several weeks, we've seen the state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel. We will not stand for what happened yesterday. We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency. The outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual.
All right. He goes on for another 7 minutes, just letting us know what they have tracked up to this point. So they were able through cameras and all different angles to find this person, track them up the stairwell onto the building. Sadly, nobody knew what they were looking for before. Now they know what they're looking for after. They're able to track the shot, other corroborating video, and then the person jumps off the building and runs into a neighborhood. So this is not an older person. This is a younger person. We don't know the level of skill. I'm seeing videos saying this was definitely an expert marksman. I'm seeing others saying, no, this is probably just an angry person with a hunting background, but they will keep going. Now we have Alex Jones and Stephen Crowder. They were sent information this morning, and I want to share that with the community right now.
Stephen Crowder is now exclusively reporting from ATF documents he got from the ATF confirmed that it was a trans shooter, they believe, because they found the rifle on the roof, right where we thought it came from, where everybody saw the person up there, left the rifle with all the trans carvings, just like the shooter up in Minneapolis a few weeks ago. And they've been calling for their days of rage. They have been building up. They're very suicidal. They believe it's everybody's fault, and they've got to go out and kill. And so that's who they're after right now on the manhunt. We actually believe we know who it is. There was an individual that said on internet posts and social media that something big was going to happen that day who was trans. That's probably the main person, but there's going to be a lot more of this, folks. This is literally a zombie army of killers. and they're totally brainwashed. This is MK Ultra 2.0. Pray for Charlie Kirk and his family. Stephen Crowder's been covering live on his show. I'm about to shoot a large report on this. Harrison Smith's about to go live at infowars.com/.
All right. Stephen Crowder, his team was sent details from ATF about the suspect, the gun. So apparently they have the gun. There were carvings in there, just like the murders of the children at the Catholic school. They now have a face, they have a palm print, and they have the indentation on the roof of the person's forearm, which will help them build out how tall this person is. So there's a lot of identifying pieces of information that are coming out. Please continue to pray for Erica Kirk and their family, but also that we will find this person. And hopefully later today, I don't want anyone giving up hope. It took 4 days to find the Boston Marathon bomber, but they did. So this is the update that I have today. I'll be on later. I love you guys. Stay safe and amazing, and I'll see you on the next one.